Hey, welcome to my lifestyle. My name's Kylie. It has been quite some time since I've hopped on here, turned my camera on and done a YouTube. Now, in this last 12 odd months has been one heck of a little journey for me. So much has changed and there's just been so many things that have happened in this last 12 months that have made me not pick up the camera and start recording and sharing my lifestyle with you guys the way I was beforehand. It's been one heck of a ride. The changes that have happened in my life over this past 12 months have been so huge. I've had a daughter get married, which was such a beautiful, lovely day. And there was a bit of stress beforehand, kind of trying to get everything all ready. And she was meant to get married earlier on of last year, but because of COVID, that got cancelled, and it wasn't till October that she got married. And then that was up in the air for a little bit and a little bit stressful. And so we've done that. And I've also had all three of my children move out of home, all within all within a 12-month period of it all happening. And it's a strange feeling going from a family of 5 down to just 2 people living in the house again, and that I haven't had that for 22 years. So that's been a big emotional roller coaster. And then along with all of that, I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue. So I have been spending a lot of this year, 2021, not being able to have, or not having the energy to get up and do anything more than I really had to. So I went to my normal job and did my job, but by the time I got home, I was so exhausted that I was actually spending a lot of my time laying on this couch right here, just resting and sleeping. Like I would get home after doing my job, and I would be so exhausted that I had to have an hour's sleep, and then I didn't have the energy to even cook dinner. So my husband has had to pick up a lot of that flack and that slackness there. And it has been one heck of a ride. Like, I'm still not 100%. I've got more energy now, but I'm still spending a lot of time on the couch. And I know adrenal fatigue is something that it takes time to get over and to sort everything out and to make sure your hormones are rebalanced again, and to get yourself out of that flight-fight mode that's pushed you into having this fatigue. So it has been such a long journey, and I know that there's still a long journey in front of me, but I want to start getting these videos out to you guys more often again, and sharing my lifestyle with you and showing you what's happened in the garden, because a lot of things have happened in the garden, and I have to thank my husband so much for a lot of the heavy stuff that has really happened in the garden, because I just haven't been able to keep up my normal pace and do all the things that I've wanted to do. Like, the garden does take the stress out of me, and it is a happy place for me, but I haven't had the energy to even do anything in there. Maybe a little bit of weeding and stuff like that, but I'd go out there and just sit in the garden for a bit on those days that I didn't have work and I actually had a little bit of energy. So this last 12 months really has been extremely different, and it's been a very big learning curve for me to learn to just stop and appreciate all the smaller things that we have, and to be able to enjoy my family, and just, yeah, it's also been really tough having all my children move out of the home. Gosh, I miss them. Like, as noisy as it was, and some days it was really noisy, I miss that. I miss that side of things, and I miss not having them around all the time. No one ever really prepares you for when all your kids move out of the home, and the emotions and the feelings that you're going to feel once they've all left. And I thought I'd have a little bit more time with my kids at home, but as it turned out, they all found beautiful places to move into, and that's actually a good thing, because that means myself and my husband we've done a good job of bringing up our children and knowing that they can survive out in the big bad world, and be efficient in doing that, and to take care of themselves. So in a lot of ways, it's a very warming, wonderful feeling that's happened, but it's also just a little bit lonely. And when you've had kids around for 22 years, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. And then with that, and then all the adrenal fatigue, and then not being able to get up and do the things that I would normally do, has been a real challenge for me. A lot of things have been let go and neglected, and now that I'm starting to get my energy back, and I haven't been able to go through and do the normal cleans that I would do, and the baking and the cooking, and just all of those different things, and all the ferments and everything that I really enjoy doing, and that I want to bring to you guys, and show you guys how to do it all, and to appreciate that even when you are busy and you have a job, you can still do these other little things for yourself and for your family that are going to make a huge impact, not only on you but on the environment. There have been many changes around our place, not just the kids moving out, but out in the veggie patch there's been a lot of things that have changed, and I'm so grateful that this year, even with the low lows that I've had, I've still been able to get the veggie patch looking good, and still producing and getting lots of great yummy food from it, which has actually helped me in my healing process of knowing that I can still do that even when I'm tired. And if I just take things easy and doing it step by step, I can get those things done, and life will still be okay. A part of my adrenal fatigue is gaining weight, and that has been a huge thing for me to try and overcome. I've never been one to really put on weight, so and I can reassure you, my diet is quite good. I think it's quite good. I don't go for the sugars and all that sort of stuff. So the fact that I keep putting on weight has been a huge mental battle for me as well. It's been a struggle to accept that I've been gaining weight. It's not a huge amount of weight, but it's more than I've ever put on in my life, apart from when I was pregnant with my children. But you're meant to gain weight when you're pregnant and carrying another human in you. So that's been a very big mental struggle for me, as well as the tiredness and the fatigue. So I'm slowly half accepting it. I can't wait to get through this point in my life where I am very much lacking in the energy, and I can get to the other side, and I can get back into doing the physical exercise that I'm so used to doing. I actually really hate sitting around so much, but I know that for me, it's something that I have to do right now for my body and for myself. But seeing that weight going on is also a struggle, because mentally I want to just get up and go and do all of those things that I'm so used to doing. But if I was to do that, then that would just set me back, and I wouldn't have, I would have a longer recovery period, and I don't want that. I want to recover from this as fast as I possibly can, and to get back into doing a lot of the physical stuff that I enjoy doing. I promised myself that I wouldn't go back to as much physically demanding things, because that is one of the things that has set me into this adrenal fatigue that I have. So once I'm feeling better, I still won't go back to helping my husband with his landscaping business as much as I used to. I'll still help him out occasionally, but I have to realize that I am a female, I am a woman, I'm not built to do all of the same stuff that males are built to do. So that mentally has been a big struggle of it all happening, and not being able to get up and physically do the things that I need to do to keep to maintain my body the way I want it to be maintained. I'm using an adaptogen, ashwagandha. Oh, well, it's got ashwagandha in it, and obviously I'm having a lot of vitamin C, and doing all those things that are good for you, and just getting lots of ferments and lots of nutrition into me to overcome this adrenal fatigue. And I can see it helping. It's just ever so slow, and I'm quite a very impatient person when it comes to stuff like that. I want it to be done with right now, but I'm also not. I'm also telling myself that it isn't a process that is an overnight thing. It is a process of months, and when you've been in flight and fight mode for so long, you have to stop and give yourself a chance to heal from all of those things. So I've always lived to some degree a stressful life, all through my childhood, and then straight after that I met my husband, and we had 3 kids quite quickly, and so I've always been in that work and continue to do mode, and at some points, like there's not too long ago, for 6 odd years, I was working pretty much 7 days a week. I didn't have a chance to really take a holiday and a break, or even to make too much time for my family, and to go, no, I'm not working on the weekend. I want to plan something with my family. That those opportunities didn't really come up, and now I've changed my path, and I can have weekends, which is fantastic. But I have to recover from all of those things that happened for so long, that this process of healing is going to take me a while, but I can see that it's starting to happen, and I am pleased about that. And I know it's going to be a long, slow process, but it's better than no process. So I'm very grateful for that as well, and I'm grateful that I have learned how to read my body and know what my body needs and how it needs it, and that I have the sense to slow down and to listen, and to just take things one day at a time, and eventually all those days will turn into weeks and months and then years, and in the long run I will be a better person for it. It's all starting to get there, and slowly we'll get back into where it was, and until then, I just have to be patient and accept the process. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and why I haven't actually picked up the camera and done any YouTube for a good 12 months. I'm really sorry about that. It has been something that's been going through my head, and I've been wanting to do, and to even document my adrenal fatigue story. But I honestly, I didn't have the energy to even do that, and then to edit the videos once I'd recorded them. I didn't, and I'm only at that stage now that I'm feeling that I have enough energy to pick up the camera again and start doing these YouTubes, and to then have the energy to actually edit and put them up for you. Support has been a huge blessing to me over this. Pardon me. Support for me has been a huge blessing over this period of just not being myself. And I just want to thank my husband, my children, those very, very special friends that have been there and have supported me and helped me through this journey, and that continue to understand how I'm feeling and where I'm going, and to be there just to support me emotionally, and to just not walk away. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're just not yourself, find that support, because that makes a huge difference. Reach out to those that you love and that love you, and I can tell you now that they will be there to help you out. No matter what your situation is, they will be there as much as they possibly can to help you. And I once again, I just want to say a huge thank you to all those people who've supported me and are still supporting me today. So, big hugs. Until next time.